The swing control in OctopuSequencer allows you to control the degree of swing of the offbeat notes. So in this example, I have the 1, the 3 and the 4 of a 4-note pattern. So that sounds like this. If I switch swing on, then the offbeat 4th note is swung by this percentage. So if I set that to 33%, then that's a regular triplet swing. If I set it to 50%, then it's kind of 16th note swing. And you can hear how it changes if I increase this value. And 100% displaces this note all the way, and so it would line up with 1. You also have a global swing option down here, and this value can be applied to any sequencer by clicking this button here. So that's set the swing to 33%. Switch swing off, and it goes back to the 16th note. Each step sequencer also has a delay option, and again the percentage slider dictates how much each note is delayed. 100% would delay it until the next note, 50% would delay it to the offbeat. So to demonstrate this, I have the same ride cymbal pattern in sequencer 1. Sequencer 2, which is also routed to drums, has 4 notes on the hi-hat. So played together with no delay, they sound like this. If I switch the delay on for the ride cymbal, you'll hear it move to the offbeat. If I fill in all the notes, then it's like we're listening to a 30-second note pattern. If I change the delay amount, you can hear how that affects it. So the delay button here changes it from no delay to a 50% offbeat, so you don't have to use the slider. So in this example, I have kick and hi-hat in sequencer 1, and in sequencer 2 I just have the snare drum on a backbeat. So together we have a regular groove, and I can now use the delay on the snare to see what it would sound like if the snare drum was played a little bit late. So let's add 10 milliseconds of delay to that, approximately. So this is like playing slightly behind the beat or in the pocket with the snare drum, and we can see what different delay amounts would sound like. Maybe a little bit too much there, but you know, you can get some interesting variations that way. And equally, you could delay the rest of the groove, which would mean that the snare drum would essentially be early by the same amount. So you can get an idea of what that kind of thing would sound like. You can save and recall patterns for individual step sequences and for all 4 step sequences together. So let me just demonstrate by drawing in some random things in sequencer 1. So if I want to save this, all I do is give it a name, call it my patch, and then I shift and click on any one of these dots. So the ones that are solid already have patches saved, and the empty ones, let's save in there, shift and click. So now that's been saved into number 7. So I can load up any of the others by clicking on them, go back to this, and it loads it into number 7. You can clear this bank very easily. If you want to, if you've got a full bank of things that you want to save, you can save the bank to a file which you can load up next time you open OctopuSequencer. Every time you load it, there will be some defaults in this bank. So if you've put some patterns in and saved them and you want to keep them, you need to save that bank to a file before you close OctopuSequencer. Down at the bottom we have global patches, and this basically saves the whole layout of the 4 sequences in total. So let me draw something into sequencer 2, something into sequencer 3, and in sequencer 4 I'll load a preset, and then I'm going to clear all of these. So we've got an empty bank. I'm going to save as my patch 1. Shift and click number 1. So that's now stored in there. So if I go and clear all these, and I wanted to reload what we just saved, I just click on this dot here, and everything loaded up again. There are a few extra settings in this menu. I'll show you what some of those are. If we save a few patches, and we've got blank spaces in the middle, you can choose renumber, and that will get rid of the blank spaces and moved all the saved patches down to the beginning. If you want to delete one of these, you can click it and then choose delete. That deletes it from the list. Clicking renumber again will bring them all back. And again, you can click right if you want to save those overall patches, or you can read to choose a file to read. And that's basically it for saving and recalling patches.